This is an iconic building. This is a statement for this particular community. The importance of bringing people together, the importance of having flexibility in a space that can contribute to this particular community is a winning approach.
The brief was initially for a two-form primary school and a new library for Deptford. Lewisham had been looking at a wider regeneration of the whole area, which included the station and wavelength swimming pool. And Lewisham made a very conscious decision to put Tidemill Primary School, which is now an academy, right at the centre of that. The first thing we needed to do was re-provide the parking. That became our first project, if you like, for Frankham Street Parking Boulevard. That then freed up the site for Tidemill Primary School and for the Deptford Lounge. This work forms part of the wider master plan. The campus was designed in three parts. So you get the Deptford Lounge as the public face, and that includes the library, the cafe, all the meeting space, and then all the bits of the school that can be used by the community out of the school hours. So that's the halls, the dance studio, the ball courts, the dining rooms. Then the school is right in the middle of the site and has been designed around a courtyard garden, the idea that that would be the kind of oasis in the centre of the building. That's all the private parts of the school. All of the classrooms can open directly out onto the playground.
You have a really positive feel when you come into this building in the morning. It's light, it's sunny, it's tidy, it's beautiful. We worked very closely with the architects, and we still have some staff that were involved in that process. So it is very much owned by the staff, and it's very much owned by the children as well, who had a lot of input in particularly the playground structures. If you ask the children what their favourite part of the school is, it's invariably the football pitch.
So my name is Mark Burbeck, and I run an organisation called GFA After School, and essentially what that is child development for primary school children aged 5 to 12 in the local area. There was actually lots of liaison with the Albany. They were really good in terms of advertising and getting us engaged with the project that was happening here to benefit the community, making us aware of the different facilities that were available here, taking us on tours, really working with us in a partnership to make this a sustainable organisation and something really positive for the community. We've been resident here at the Deptford Lounge. You know, we've very much made it our own home. And we really love it here and really enjoy it. So we're coming up to 2 years using the building, and hopefully there's many more years to come.
The fourth piece of the jigsaw then was the redevelopment of Giffen Square, which is a really important part of Deptford. Deptford has a fantastic, vibrant market, and Giffen Square formed a really important part of this and an area for local people to gather.
Deptford Lounge opens out into a public square which hosts a number of markets throughout the week, and the Deptford Lounge has worked with those markets and interacted with them by sometimes complementing it with indoor markets on particular days where there are special events happening in Deptford.
Probably the nicest bit of it for me is the glazed cloister that runs around and joins Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 1. This is a wide corridor in effect that can be used by the pupils for out-of-class learning. It's fully glazed, large sliding doors that can be opened up onto the playground. It has a really nice feel when you walk around there.
So I really love the sort of Key Stage 2 space and what our teachers and pupils do with that space. And I also love the ICT suite, which we use obviously for the children, but we also use it for teacher training because we're a national teaching school, so that has been a really effective part of the school as well.
We have added on programme in the lounge, so really contributing to the general activity in the area, but also increasing footfall into the Deptford Lounge.
The library used to be next door in Wavelands Leisure Centre, so the space there wasn't very big. They didn't have a great many facilities, but coming over here into its own building, in the 3 years that we have been here, there has been a 20% increase each year, and we have now actually hit over our millionth person through the door.
We do feel closer to the community in this space. It's worked really well with us as a school having the library so close, and you know, we really have to push reading, especially with where we are in a very challenging area, and that's been much easier with the library right next door. We can just walk in and carry on a lesson in there.
Really what we wanted to create was an indoor civic space, a space that is open, flexible. This particular library is open almost 90 hours a week.
One of the good things that I like about Deptford Lounge is actually the accessibility of the building. There is no room in this building that somebody who's a wheelchair user cannot reach to.
Flexibility is key, really. The idea that we are building environments that have only one function is very, very difficult to entertain today.
It really does feel like a community in Deptford, so much so that I now live in Deptford and I didn't do 6 months ago.
There's a need for school places, there's a need for new homes, and this model at Deptford is one that enables a site to get the maximum value and use out of it.